Hi, everybody. Today you're going to need a thin, hard book, 3 paper balls or sock balls, 1 medium to large size basket. And that's it. That's all that you'll need for today. You can go ahead and grab those things. First, I just wanted to show you what my book looks like. Let me fast forward here. There it is. Okay. So see how thin it is, and it's hard, probably about 6 inches in length, and probably about the same in height. So you need a paper book kind of like that, and like I said, 3 paper balls or sock balls, and 1 medium to large size basket. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer for you to grab those items now. You have 1 minute. Okay, about 25 seconds left. Ten more seconds to get what you need. The thin, hard book, 3 paper balls or sock balls, and 1 medium to large size basket. 3, 2, 1. All right, you should have what you need.
Hi, virtual students, it's Miss C. Today we are going to be doing some striking with an implement. So some sports that have striking with implements would be tennis, you have the racket and you have the tennis ball, table tennis or ping pong. So you have the little paddle with the little ping pong ball. Badminton would also be striking with an implement. You have your racket and you've got the birdie. So today we're just going to be using a book. I have a thin book that's going to be easier. It's a little bit lighter, easier to move around in your hand, and it's not bendable, so it's a hardcover book. That's going to be the best option. And then for balls that we're going to use, you can choose. So you can use paper balls, you can use sock ball. I have 1 large sock ball and 1 small sock ball. So just, I'm planning on alternating which one I use to just try some different things for striking. At the end, you will need a grocery bag. So you're going to need a grocery bag actually at the beginning too. We're going to make a ball with the grocery bag. So I'll show you how to do that in just a second.
I forgot to give you guys time to get the plastic grocery bag. If you need to go run and grab that really quick, go ahead. You can hit pause on the video until you return. So that way you have your grocery bag.
I'm going to give you 1 minute to go and find what you need. I'll tell you again. Look for your paddle.
You guys already know that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move on to challenge number 1, which is using the hand paddle.
All right, now that you have your items, let's take your grocery bag and make a grocery bag ball. So what you're going to do is start from the bottom, have the handles pointed down. We're going to use those to tie it up. Then I want you to just start rolling and crumpling that ball, but leaving the handles out, okay? Now that you have the handles out, you're going to take one handle and take the other handle, meet at the top of the ball, make an X, take one handle, pull under the loop. So if you want to see that again, taking the handle, going inside of that hole and pulling. So that's tightening up my ball there. And then I'm going to have these 2 little bunny ears hanging out. I'm going to do the same thing again, make an X, tie it around this side, okay? And then I can tuck in the handles so that they don't get in the way. All right, so that's our grocery bag ball. Good thing about the grocery bag ball is that it is it's very light, so it doesn't fall down as fast as a regular ball. So if you need an adult to help you make that ball, grocery bag ball, go ahead and grab an adult, pause the video, and show them how to make a ball with the grocery bag. Okay? All right, now that we have that, we will go ahead and get started with our first activity. So for striking with an implement, first we want to use our hand as our paddle, and then we will use our book. So that way we get practice with our hand, should make it a little bit easier, and then we will practice with the book. So the first activity I want you to do, first challenge, is to strike your grocery bag ball with your palm. So we want to use our dominant hand first to start it out. Okay, make sure that you're holding it nice and flat. All that we're going to do is practice striking it first. So we're going to toss the ball with our non-dominant hand, the hand that we don't throw with, that we don't normally throw or write with. We're going to throw with it today. So we're going to toss, hit. Okay, do the same thing. Go ahead and grab it again. Do the same thing. Toss, strike, just like that. So I hope that you noticed I'm going underhand with my strike, almost like our tick-tock when we're doing the underhand throw. Basically the same thing. Let's do it a couple more times, maybe 3 more times. So tick, toss, strike. All right, make sure you are watching that grocery bag the entire time so that you are keeping eye contact with it so that you can watch your hand come through and strike that ball. Last time, before we do a challenge, so tick, toss, strike. All right, now that you have done that and you've got kind of that motion, let's try it with our non-dominant hand, all right? So we're gonna do the same thing this time. Tick, toss, strike, okay? Do it 2 more times on that side. So tick, toss, strike. Tick, toss, strike. All right. Now that you have that down, let's go ahead and see if you can strike with both hands and see how many times you can strike the ball without the ball hitting the floor. It's going to take some coordination. So we're going to toss it to get it started. We're going to toss, strike. Woo, that was a little too hard. Grocery bag is light. So we're going to start out by doing toss, strike, 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 strike. Okay, and it hits the ground. Try it again. So we're going to see how many in a row we can get in 30 seconds. All right, now that you have,
Okay, you have 30 seconds. Try and strike with both hands. Count how many in a row you can get without the ball touching the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hopefully you were able to get more than I was with that one. Go ahead and hold your grocery bag ball. And now we are going to move on to challenge number 2.
All right, one more challenge with our hand. So last time when we did the striking challenge with our hand, we were using both hands. Okay, now I want you to use only one hand. So you're not allowed to use your second hand to strike the ball. So just one. See how many you can get in the 30 seconds using just one hand. It is hard to count because it comes down so fast. Now I'm going to let you choose. You can use your dominant hand or your non-dominant hand for this one. Go ahead and start.
Okay, timer is starting now. 30 seconds. You're using one hand now. See how many in a row you can get. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, I hope that you like challenge number 2. Guess what? They're going to get a lot more challenging now, so make sure you're paying attention. We will need our book. Go ahead and grab that.
All right, hope you did well at that last challenge. Now we're going to do another challenge with our paddle. So with our book, thumb is going to be on the top, fingers are going to be on the bottom. We are going to call this one the flip-flop. So what you're going to do, you start with I'm going to use my sock ball now. So you can switch it out if you have a sock ball or paper ball or a grocery bag ball, whichever one you want to try, you can switch it out. I'm going to use this one because it has a flatter surface on the bottom. Okay, what we're going to do is start with our thumb on the top, toss it up, flip your book over, try and catch it now on the other side. So that's why it's called the flip-flop. We toss it up and we flip our book over. So now my fingers are on top and my thumb is on the bottom. All right, now I'm going to try and toss it up like this. Flip it over, ooh, it rolled off. So that's the tricky part, is trying to toss it, catch it without it rolling off. Every now and then you can get it. So one more time, I'll show you. Thumb on the top, fingers on the bottom, toss, flip, catch, toss, flip, catch. Yep, just like that. All right, ready? Your turn to try it. 30.
I'm actually going to give you 1 minute for this one. So I'm going to have the 30-second timer, and then I'll do it again so you have more time. Okay, one more round of 30 seconds. Keep rolling. All right. And go ahead and stop. Hopefully that challenge wasn't too hard for you and you were able to get some flip-flops on there without the ball rolling off your book. Okay, now we're going to actually use our striking motion with our book and our basket and paper balls. So make sure you grab those objects, and I'm going to explain how to set those up. You're going to have your basket about 5 to 6 feet away. You'll stand, and that's where you're going to be striking. So I'll show you the video.
All right, now that we have finished our challenges, hopefully we feel a little bit better about using our book as a paddle and whatever ball you are choosing to use. Now I am going to need you to add a basket to this one. I did forget to tell you that at the beginning. So what we are going to do now is try and strike our ball into our basket. Okay, so I'm going to have my basket over here. I'm going to use my paper ball, grocery bag ball, and my softball. So I want you to have your 3 balls, okay? Then you're going to take about 5 steps away first, just to get started. We're gonna use one at a time. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did before, but now I want you to watch my feet, okay? You might remember this with the underhand throw. So it's gonna go tick, step, toss, toss. Woo. You're gonna try and hit your object into your basket with your underhand strike. So tick, step with the opposite foot, toss, strike. This is definitely a challenge. Tick, step, toss, strike. Woo! Finally. So I got one in out of the 3. Now I'm gonna go pick up my other 2. So we're gonna play this game a little differently than we normally would. So I only picked up the 2 that I missed. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. Tick, toss, oops, totally missed it. Tick, toss, strike, missed it. Tick, toss, strike, missed it. Okay, so I would do the same thing again, pick up the ones that I missed and try it again until I make all 3. Now let's say that I made all 3 in, okay? Once I make all 3 in, I'll take my objects and I will go back an extra step now. So once you get all 3 of your objects in, you would have a point. Now, when you go back, 1 extra step, so you'll be 6 steps away from your basket. You would then try and get all 3 into your basket again. You would get a point once you get all 3 in. Okay, so it's not like we normally do where each time you get a ball in, you take an extra step back. Doing it a little different this time. This time, in order to move up a level, you have to get all 3 in the basket. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Once you get all 3 in, take an extra step back. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to try this activity. So you have plenty of time to practice and hopefully plenty of time to move back some levels. All right.
So here is the 3-minute timer. Go ahead and get started. If you haven't set up, quickly set up. Okay, nice job. All right, this is going to be our last challenge. So challenge number 5, we're going to strike to a wall and hopefully rebound into the basket. So please watch first.
All right, nice work, guys. This is going to be the almost second to last activity.
It will be the
So you're going
last.
to need your book, your paddle for this one. And I am using a softball. In my opinion, a little heavier of a ball is going to be better than a grocery bag ball, okay? We're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Thumb on top, fingers on the bottom. Underhand strike for this one. But now we're going to create more of a challenge, okay? We're going to need a wall. And your basket is probably about 2 feet away from the wall, all right? You can decide how far away you want to stand. I'm going to stand right here so you can see me. I'm going to do my underhand strike, try and get it to hit the wall, and then try and get it in the basket. So I'm going to try and get it to bounce off the wall into the basket. You want to make sure you're keeping your hand nice and straight when you're doing this, and nice and flat. All right, let's see if we can do it. So tip, step, drop, top. All right, that was close. Not in the basket, so tip, step, drop, top. Okay, do you see what I mean about trying to keep your hand really straight when you're doing this?
Okay, so you see how it's done. Go ahead and set up your basket about 2 feet from the wall. Decide where you want to stand and get ready. So all you need is one ball for this. Like I said, I'm using a softball, a little heavier, might be a little easier. I'm going to give you, let's see, I have 2 minutes, 2 minutes to practice this. Count every time that you get it in the basket as a point. Okay, ready? Go. We are going to skip that one. We're going to go straight to the end.
Okay, nice work, everybody. I hope that you had fun with striking with an implement today. Like I said earlier, some sports that have striking with paddles would be table tennis, ping pong, badminton, regular tennis. So there's all kinds of sports to play that involve striking with a paddle, which is what you worked on today. So hopefully you have some experience, and if someone asks you to go play some ping pong, you'll kind of know what to do. Have a great day, everybody. And remember, make sure that when you do hold a paddle, it probably has a handle on it. Your thumb is always going to be usually on the side that is facing the ball, all right, depending on what you're playing. So, and what kind of strike you're doing. All right, everybody, have a great day. I will see you next time. Bye.
All right, sorry about that. The announcements are coming on. Let me go ahead and stop the video. Nice job, everybody.